Hey, it's me, and welcome to Trump Mafia. Now let's talk about Adam Schiff. As you know, he will be chairman of the House Intel Committee, the permanent select committee on intelligence in the House. And so, of course, you're going to hear a lot about this guy in 2019 and 2020 because he has a hard-on for President Trump and he's a psychopath. So he's not going to use his position as chairman of House Intel to help the nation, to protect the nation. No, it's going to be about going after Trump. And so he's a hack. He's a complete hack. Now, in the last several years, you had 8 people that had top secret security clearance in Congress. Of course, Paul Ryan and Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, but also the Senate Intel Committee, Mark Warner and Richard Burr, and of course in the House, Devin Nunes and Adam Schiff. So it means that he has had a lot of access to a lot of classified information that even some of these other people in Congress never saw, even Trey Gowdy or some of the others. They don't have that level of security clearance, which led to a lot of jealousy, even Trey Gowdy being jealous of Devin Nunes. And speaking of Trey Gowdy, the albino gecko, he's spending his last months going after Ivanka Trump after spending many years not investigating Hillary's emails or Uranium One, and not even doing anything serious for the Russia investigation. But if he has a chance to go after Ivanka, of course he's going to do it. Because he's a traitor. And I've said so even a long time ago. Because at the Benghazi hearings, I played some of these clips on this channel in the past. Trey Gowdy actually admitted that Elijah Cummings and Adam Schiff, who was pretty new at the time, were actually setting the agenda of what the hearings will be mentioning, the Benghazi hearings. So he was there as the head of the hearings for Benghazi, investigating Hillary. But then why did you have Elijah Cummings and Adam Schiff setting the agenda? If you're the chairman of, the whole Benghazi stuff, why would you give 2 Democrats that chance to set the agenda and set the interviews and everything? And of course it was fakes. Trey Gowdy was in on it, and now everyone who had been supporting Trey Gowdy since 2014, 2015 onwards is complicit in helping this whole situation in letting Hillary go free. So I really feel like people that were supporting Trey Gowdy were supporting Adam Schiff and Elijah Cummings and allowed Hillary to walk free. Call it stupidity, call it that you were fooled by this albino gecko, the snitch. I don't care. Common sense tells you that the guy was organizing a theater. And if you look at the cold hard facts, Trey Gowdy was hired by the Clintons. He took money from the Podesta group, and he gave Adam Schiff the ability to set the agenda at the Benghazi hearings. I mean, think about it. He gave Adam Schiff and Elijah Cummings the ability to set the agenda of the Benghazi hearings, which means which interviews and what subjects, everything. And so all of 2017 and also this year, you had this bug-eyed creep saying that he had all sorts of evidence that he saw that there was indeed collusion with Russia. And it's all like cobbled together. I mean, Adam Schiff was Michael Avenatti before Michael Avenatti was all over the place. It was Adam Schiff. He's just a different kind of creepy. What is it with these creepy lawyers that Dim-Dems have? Adam Schiff, Michael Avenatti. I mean, where do these people come from? Failed lawyers that are trying to be superstars. And Adam Schiff is such a person. Now, every time there was a hearing, you had Adam Schiff going out of the room minutes later you have breaking news on CNN, or the New York Times comes out with something, because the guy was calling these people in the media and leaking. So he really needs to be investigated, because if you have that top secret security clearance, like I said, it's just 8 people in Congress, then you cannot have a person that is known for leaking anything, everything, to help out the media, help out the Democrats, to build a narrative, to undermine real intel and our nation. You cannot have this kind of a person being a chairman of a House Intel Committee. He's not only crazy, he's reckless, just like Hillary Clinton. So it's not a surprise that he's there talking about going after Trump, because really, if he were to do the real job of chairman of House Intel, he wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, he's just not qualified, and he is not responsible. He's not even mature. And so we have to really designate this guy as being a traitor, and we have to go after this guy, investigate the guy, and have him removed from that committee. And I'll talk about Maxine Waters at some other point. But the difference here is that, the Finance Committee, all of that, it's not top secret. It's not intelligence. The House Intel Committee is very small but very elite. And then to have somebody so reckless as the chairman of it, then using it and kind of weaponizing intel to go after one person, a sitting president, while forgetting about the nation's national security, you just can't have it. And so you have an ethics committee, which is 50-50. It doesn't have anybody in charge of it. It's really the only committee that is 50-50. And you need a vote from the other side to make something go ahead. So of course no Democrats will be that one vote, but as I mentioned even last year, to sideline Devin Nunes, that one vote that they needed from the Republican side was Trey Gowdy. So on the left they have a habit to kind of stick together, they wouldn't give that one vote, but we always have a bunch of traitors on our side, turncoats. And that fake attack, it's just for the media, Trey Gowdy attacking Adam Schiff. It's only because they work together behind the scenes. Trey Gowdy's a snitch, so he does this fake attack, but people always believe that. If Trey Gowdy's attacking Hillary Clinton and, making a little speech or whoever, it's all theater. Behind the scenes, he's cooperating with them, he's helping them, he's undermining Devin Nunes. But now you actually have Adam Schiff as chairman. And so Trey Gowdy, of course, he left, because if you're in a minority, you cannot be a superstar. I mean, he was just interested in being a superstar. But I see Trey Gowdy and Adam Schiff as being two sides of the same coin. These people are snitches and leakers, and they're vile, and they're both protecting Hillary Clinton. And now Adam Schiff, as chairman of the committee, is going to do everything in his power to harass the sitting president, hopefully to assist in removing him, clearing the path for a Hillary third run. If not Hillary, then somebody else. But he's not there to be the chairman of the House Intel Committee. He's there to be a guy that will misuse a position as chairman of House Intel Committee to go after a person. And that is not only, like a Nazi or Gestapo tactic. I mean, this is Soviet Union. This is what communists will do. Radicals. And just look at the guy. He's a radical. He's a psycho. He always lies. He always leaks. The guy needs to be removed. Now, you cannot unelect somebody. He's a congressman. But you can certainly make sure that he's removed, even though, he has had access to all these top secrets. He's one of the few dim-dems that have. And as you know, Congress, especially the House, is filled with a lot of dim-dems that are strange. I mean, they're crazy people. So you get rid of Adam Schiff, they will replace him with somebody who's even crazier.
A shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, in a world of criminals who operate